everyone, Sylvia here. Happy Valentine's Day!
Happy Valentine's Day!
I'm here with my Valentine, Ty. So I asked you guys to send us a couple questions that you would like us to express our opinions about when it comes to relationships. Just to give a little bit of context, Ty and I have been together for almost 5 years now. We have bought a home together, we've gotten a dog together. We've been living together for almost 4 years now too, which is like quite a while. I'm not saying that we're like the experts at relationships because we're definitely not. But I think what's interesting is that me and Ty actually have a very different opinion when it comes to a lot of things in relationships. So it's nice to be able to see both sides. So the first question was, what?
This question, you're starting off with this question. Oh my god.
Is it worth being his side chick?
I'll let you answer first.
I guess it depends what you want out of it.
You're down to be a side chick.
No, I didn't say I'm down to be a side chick. But what I'm saying is that for her, if she's only in it to like enjoy his company, like,
but
you know,
what about the other girl? How does she feel?
No, that's what I'm saying though. If we weren't to think about that, if we were to think selfishly, if you only want like the company and whatever, then like you just have to realize that you probably will never ever ever be his number one. Because I don't think I've ever really heard of a situation where a girl that has been a side chick has become his number one and they've lived happily together after. I mean, I'm sure it could happen, but I've just never seen that in the cases where I've seen side chicks. For me, I just feel like it's disrespectful to like the relationship that they have. But I'm saying, you know, like it's that this is your own personal morals.
For a guy to have a side chick, it's sick. You know, you gotta.
What the hell?
If I were to have a side chick, it's not worth it for her. If you're a girl and you're a side chick right now, I'm telling you, don't waste your time. Because if I had a side chick, I don't have one. But if I did, then she's going nowhere. Like
you have a side chick for a reason.
Yeah.
Like the side chick is a side chick for a reason.
Yeah.
If he liked you enough, he would leave that girl for you immediately. It wouldn't be an ongoing thing where you're constantly his child.
But it's not worth it. Like
it just means he doesn't like you enough.
It's not all there. It's not 100% there. His time is mainly focused on the first chick.
I think I would be the angriest side chick in the entire world. Because if I was ever someone's side chick, I would just be so pissed off all the time that I was the side chick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I would be the worst side chick. I'd just constantly be like, what the fuck, man? Why can't you leave it for me yet? What the hell? Like, come on. Oh, why you gotta hang out with her? I wanna hang out with you. You know? Like, I would be the angriest side chick. So this guy and I have been dating for like a month now. We said we'd take things slow, which was actually my suggestion. And he agreed since he expressed being scared, but really into me. We've met some of each other's friends and all is great, but I'm also not trying to waste my time if it's not going to become something. So I was wondering, how long did it take you and Ty to date before making it official? And when did you think it was appropriate to bring it up? I think that we were kind of in a similar situation where like I wasn't wanting to get into a relationship because I had just come out of a relationship. Yeah. So I actually kept telling you, I was like, I don't want a relationship. I don't want a relationship. I don't want a relationship. But you're like, no, I must have you because you're the greatest of them all.
Yes. Exactly. That's exactly how it went down. It took us 2 months to
2 to 3 Yeah, 2 to 3 months.
2 months. 2.5 months or so to actually like finally consider it or make it official.
I think if you like him, then you like him, you know? Like there's no, you cannot look at relationships based on whether you think it's a waste of time or not, because otherwise you're just never going to get anywhere. Yeah. If I looked back on all the relationships that I wasted my time on, like there are things that I learned from that. So if you were to constantly think it's a waste of your time, you're gonna forever regret like your life. So I don't think that you can look at it like that. However, just look at it kind of like in that moment. Do you like him enough to continue seeing with him? Do you see a future with him, essentially? Is he someone that you think that can last a long time? Does he have the same values as you? Does he seem like a type of guy that you would like to call your boyfriend and have a long-term relationship with?
It's like it's an investment. So when you're saying if it's worth it, at the end of the day, any relationship, whether you're testing it or you're just seeing someone to see if it's worth it. Hey, what are you doing, man? Neil.
She's like, looks like you guys are doing a family thing. Why am I not included? You guys said that you guys bought a home together. Did you guys literally pay half and half? And how about other things like groceries, maintenance, bills, etc.? So yeah, we did pay exactly half and half, and
straight down the line.
And we got the lawyer to be like, we own
Straight
this
down the line.
50-50. Both entities were very separate because we knew that going into it, we were only dating for like what, 2 or 3 years at the point.
I think it's 2 years.
Yeah, I wanted to buy a home by myself first, but you like just didn't want to pay rent. It didn't make sense. So we decided to do that, which was fine. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like a business transaction. Yeah. Like, you get lawyers and you have, like, either way, when you buy a house, you're getting a lawyer.
Especially when,
they're going to split your properties and your assets, right?
Yeah. Like, most people, you know, we're still young, and yeah, you think you're going to see each other being, you know, together forever down the road. At the end of the day, it's like both people have to protect themselves, right? Like, you never know down the road. Something might come up. And
it's the same as it's the same as getting married, buying a house, and then like you have the potential to break up regardless, right?
We share a bank account, but that bank account is specifically for the home,
mortgage, maintenance, groceries, dogs,
anything that we own together. Yeah, that we share is between us. And then aside from that, when Sylvia has her own credit card bills, I have my own credit card stuff, or her cell phone, my cell phone. We buy our own things. It's between us. Yeah, I'm friends with this guy, and I've had a crush on him for a little while now. I think he may like me back, but I'm not sure. Any advice on what I should do? I don't. Okay, the weird thing is I've never really. Because you had guys coming to you. Okay, but listen, hold on. Yeah. I've never had an issue where I didn't know if a guy liked me or not, because he would want to hang out with me on his own. Like, he asked me to hang out, you know, just me and him, essentially. It's like almost like a date, right? So I think if a guy shows interest in, you know, giving you extra attention, or like hanging out with just you, or wanting to only talk with you, then those are kind of like the signs. It didn't even have to be like, oh, let's go on a date type thing. It was like, you know, you want to go get food. Let's go get some food, or let's go to the gym. Like, we're going to the gym together. I was gonna say that her next step would be like, just ask him if you want to hang out. Yeah, that too. Just you and him. It's like, hey, like, you know, after school today, I'm gonna head over to the Starbucks and grab a drink. Like, do you want to just come with me? How do you know if you have found the one? Okay, so the biggest difference with me and Ty, I think, is that he believes in like love conquers all, true love, like all that like BS, you know? But for me, I'm like a very realistic person where I don't believe in the one. I think it's a little bit like dooming and sad to think that there's only one person out there for you in the entire world. That's why I don't believe there is the one. I think that there's a lot of people out there that you can be compatible with. Obviously, like, you meet people every single day, and I think that you just need to find someone who has the same values as you, who has the same outlook in the future as you, who wants the same things as you in life. So it's almost like, okay, here's like 5 guys that are really compatible with me that I found, you know? Yeah. The guy number 1, super compatible, but found out that like he like isn't into family, which is like a big thing to me. So it's like, that's out. Let's say like this one over here, he is also compatible with me, but he cares about family, he cares about the same values as me. And like, this is someone that I can picture myself living with for the rest of my life, because we have the same outlook in future. So that's why I don't believe in the one. I just feel like there's a lot of different connections out there. And then actually going into our relationship, because I knew that already, I knew what I wanted, one of my first questions to you was like, oh, like, what are your values, right? Like, I remember asking you, like, what are your values? Yeah, like, what do you want in the future? We like spoke about this for like all night. Yeah. Just like talking. For me, you it's not like you find it, it's like you realize. It's more realizing that they're the one. As you're dating and you're progressing through a relationship, months go by, years go by, you know, you start to learn things, habits, you know, different sides of that person, and you know, you think about it. It's like, do you see yourself living with them or being with them for forever? For me and Sylvia, you know, we're not perfect. We've been in quite a few fights, and that's another thing. It's like, you know, can you overcome all those bad times? That's another part, to know that, like, is this person the one? Because you grow from those bad times. Yeah, you grow. Do you grow from those? That's what I meant. I have one thing. You guys said overcome your lowest part. I have one thing. What? When you do get in a fight and you do, you know, figure out that there's things that needs to be changed in a relationship, I think seeing that these changes happen and seeing that they care enough to implement these changes shows you if that is someone that can work out in the future. Yeah.
Because if we get in a fight about something and we decide, you know, like there are things that, let's say you or I need to change on something, and if I see a few months from down the road like you have really changed on those things, then I know that it's fine. In the future it'll be fine because we'll be able to work it out. But if I see that you've never changed, or you don't change at all, even though we've fought about this over and over and over and over and over again, you don't change, then like what's the point? Where is it going?
At the end of the day, it's like being with the one is not what you call like the perfect relationship.
No.
It's working to get there.
Relationship is work.
Yes,
it's never
work.
easy.
Exactly.
A relationship is never
and
easy.
another thing is like it's sacrifice. Like it takes sacrifice from both sides, both parties to make things work. Whether it's something that you disagree with them or they disagree with you, you know, it's how much I can sacrifice to making her happy, or how much she can sacrifice to make me happy.
It's changed your perspective a lot, because you used to be like, oh, like I believe in true love.
Yeah, well, this girl's so
soulmates.
perfect. She's like that girl from YouTube.
Soulmates.
She's just straight out of the movie scene. She's perfect.
You didn't even really know that I had a YouTube.
No, I actually didn't know. That's another fact. I did not know this girl was a YouTuber.
You probably
would.
would.
The longest time,
now that
I didn't even look at her Instagram. We hung out just strictly from me meeting her at the casino.
If you knew back then.
I have no idea what I would have done. Honestly, I have no idea.
You don't know?
No. But yeah.
That's all the questions that we have for today. Thank you to those who sent them over to us. Hopefully you learned a little bit of something out of here. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. Happy Valentine's Day. And we will talk to you again soon. See ya!